Hello, welcome back to another video diary entry by Connor Muffin Hickok. I didn't record it when I immediately got here because there was some guy walking around this little circle here. I mean, he quickly left after I got here. I guess he just wanted to be alone. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, let's start. Got a worm. Looks like it's dead. Alright, August 18th, last Monday. School was good. Burnus wasn't there on Monday, which was nice, I guess. Hold on. Is there an ant trying to get on my phone? Okay. Then I'll just keep it in front of my face. I'm gonna be a bit more glad when it's winter, because then the bugs aren't nearly as active out here when it's winter, which means I don't have as much problems, you know. So yeah. And then some more stuff for Monday. I had some English homework, but it wasn't that bad. I can't recall what the English homework was though. What are we doing on Monday? I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't that important. I just forgot about it. The robotics meeting was somewhat productive on Monday. You know, we got a little bit of organization done. And psychology was pretty interesting again. I just love my psychology class right now. It's definitely my favorite class right now, for sure. I do have a test for it tomorrow, though. But I'm not the most worried about it. I'll study for it tonight, though, just to be sure. And tomorrow morning. August 19th, I had my first homework assignment in pre-calc, and I had 18 questions, which, great, awesome. I love it, man. But the rest of the day went well. I managed to not have any homework for other classes except stats. So just based on like this past week, it seems like my math classes are gonna be my most frequent homework assignments, which is fine. But yeah, overall, last Tuesday was fine. I wrote here that I hope homework isn't like this every time. And then we have Wednesday. Wednesday was a bit stressful than homework, but other than that, it was a typical school day. I did have a food bank last Wednesday, which was fun. Jesus was there, and I got to talk with him and his sister. And then I have 4 tests this week. 1 today, which is Gov. 2 tomorrow, which is psychology and stats, and then my pre-calc test on Thursday. So Friday. Yeah. So interesting, I guess. Oh. Okay, last Thursday was pretty crazy. I went on a long rant about chapter 73 of Ogami Sumiki Toki ni Chicho, because I lost my freaking mind over that chapter. I did manage to get a good chunk of my homework done on last Thursday as well, which is nice. And because the latest that chapter came out last Tuesday, and I wasn't able to read it because I was so busy, but I finally remembered about it when I had time, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read this. And I read it, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I wrote down here what happens, but I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil about it, but I wrote down what happens. And it might not seem that crazy to some people, but to me, it was crazy. Good development in the story, for sure. But yeah, that was really awesome. I was ecstatic after reading that chapter, bro. I was so happy. Nothing could stop me. Yeah. And then last Friday was so long and exhausting. It was insane. But I asked Jerry for work off last week, so I didn't work that day. And yeah, it was really nice not having work for a change. And I know I don't work a lot of hours. I don't work a lot of hours each week, but it's still nice to get a break every once in a while. You know, it's still nice. And then because I didn't go to work, I was able to go on a run on Saturday morning. Hold on, I need to turn the page. I was able to go on a run on Saturday morning, which was super nice. Haven't been able to do that in a while. Dude, but... And... yeah, again, I wrote here that I don't have worked on Saturday. Dude, these ants, bro. They're so annoying. Yeah. And then on Saturday I watched the latest Call of the Night and the latest Fragrant Flower Blooms of Dignity episodes. Those were really good. Especially Call of the Night. The last episode was phenomenal, for sure. It's really only my number 3 still, though, honestly. Like, despite how much I love Call of the Night, like, it's not, I'm sorry, there's no way it's at the same level as Spice and Wolf or Ogami Sumiki Toki ni Chijo. No, it's not my number 3. It's my number 4. Fragrant Flower Blooms of Dignity is my number 4. No. Okay, my number 1 animes or just stories ever. My number 1 stories or media or whatever is my 2 animes tied at 1 are Spice and Wolf and Ogami Sumiki Toki ni Chijo. At 3, I have Fragrant Flowers Bloom of Dignity, which is crazy because it's like genuinely one of the best. It's like the best modern romance anime, in my opinion. But I'm sorry, it's not topping. It's not topping those 2. I'm sorry, it's not. Those 2 are too good. And then at 4, I have Call of the Night. At 5, I would probably say like maybe Chainsaw Man or JJK. Probably Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's a good anime. I also finished my stats work on Saturday, and I started my math booklet because I asked Briones for the one I made last year in the second semester, which is nice. And finally, yesterday, I wrote this a little earlier than usual, so I wrote here that I was going to study for my Gov test after dinner, and I did a little. I wasn't able to do much studying, but I did a little bit of it because we actually me and my family went out for dinner last night. So what I did is I just took pictures of the study guide and I studied it like after I ate at the table. I also got to play my piano a little bit yesterday. I didn't play it much, but I did play it. The reason why I didn't play it that much is because I practiced and got a little bit more familiar with the milestone I was stuck on for a while. Like I'm able to complete it pretty well right now, which is good. And then I completed the next milestone. So because I completed the next one in the next book, I was like, you know what, I'm good for today. So yeah. And I also read some manga yesterday, which is nice. And I'm genuinely serious when I say I'm really interested in watching the Umamusume anime, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just like the main thing I see is people talking about the characters. So it's like I feel like the anime would be the best way for me to like be more familiar with the characters. So it's like I'm genuinely interested in seeing the anime so I can like know more about the characters, which is cool. And then I also got to play some Omega Strikers yesterday, which is pretty fun, you know. It's nice to play some Omega Strikers every once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, that's really all I have. A bit of a shorter one, in my opinion. It's not a bad thing though. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend any time trying to think of anything else. I'm just gonna be done. I'm not saying I don't want to record. I'm not saying in English. I'm not saying I don't want to record this. I did want to record this, but when I get back, I do want to study a little bit for my for my test. So I'm gonna go do that. So I'm gonna get on my day. Hopefully I do good on my Gov test. Although my teacher allowed us an index card, and if I remember correctly, he said we can use that index card in the test, and I was genuinely, I'm serious when I say I was able to fit everything on the study guide on there. I was able to. So, yeah, I'm not that worried. I'll still study though, for sure. I need to get back into the habit of studying for tests, 100%. Yeah, I need to study for my stats and psychology tonight. I'll probably mostly study psychology tonight because I have a review in stats today. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be done yapping. I'm gonna head back and I'm gonna see y'all later.